I was like, okay, no, we're not doing this. Let's go there. I said, Mom, I need context because I'm a critical thinker. And I tamed myself. I said, no, let me workshop this with her. I said, give me some instances where, and I was very specific in my wording. I said, Mom, give me some instances where I have shown up on the scene and I have spearheaded a conversation dwelling in the past, because there's context, right? And so as we started navigating through it, what it was is that, and I'm going to use that example of how I said this person was affected, traumatically, right? My mom said, well, when you bring that up, it makes me feel bad. And then she started explaining, what she went through and everything. And so I told my mom and what she went through and how it lent itself to that. So I told my mom, I said, Mom, I need you to replay everything you just said. She replayed it. I said, so because you heard me with your triggers, I'm responsible for how you feel because I'm telling the whole picture. I'm giving context. And then I told my mother the reason I process information that way, because I'm going to toot my own horn a little bit. Of all the family members, I have a psychology degree. I don't have a license, but my major in undergraduate was psychology. I was very passionate about psychology. And what that taught me is how to assess people and situations and how it affects their environment or how their environment affects them, whatever. Basically, the human condition, right? And it's dynamic. So when I'm talking about something or someone in something, I am going to come from a place of holistically viewing the situation. And whether you were a contributor or a stakeholder in that, that's not what I'm concerned about. I'm talking about what the dealings are with this specific person. So I had to workshop that. And we were on the phone for like an hour and a half. And then I brought up to my mother, I said, you know what, Mom? I said, if anything, what we need to gather from this is that you can't project your triggers onto me and then expect for me to take the responsibility for something that you haven't come to terms with. I said, I talk to a therapist regularly. My sisters, they speak with therapists. I'm a big pusher of therapy.